Okay, everybody, welcome to the professional responsibility class. This is a very brief class introduction video, and this is for professional responsibility summer 2023 for the Regent LLM program. Okay, so the focus of the class. First, this class, along with teaching you the rules, or some of the rules, or most of the rules, of the ABA model rules and their applications through your reading of cases in your text. The main focus, however, is for MPRE preparation, to help you prepare for the test in Guam so that you only have to take the test once. Okay? Now, this class does not replace other preparation. So I strongly encourage you to use the commercial study aids and the practice tests and questions that those study aids provide. This class will supplement that, will help you with that, will help you understand that, but it will not completely replace that. The final for the class is structured to be a practiced MPRE test. Now, it's not as long as the MPRE exam. I think there's only 40 questions, but it'll be similar to the questions that you see on the MPRE test itself. Now, the final will be given in the penultimate week of the semester. That is week 7. That is second to the last week of the semester. And the reason why the final is given not after the class is finished or in the final week is because during the final week, the MPRE is scheduled to be given in Guam on August 9th or 10th. That is week 8 of the semester. So that is why you have the final in week 7. And of course, only the material that was covered from weeks 1 through 7 will be on that final. The material in week 8 will not be. Okay, the ABA model rules. Now, the textbook that you have been assigned focuses mainly on the ABA model rules. It does include some California content. So for the people who are taking the California bar exam, I will strongly encourage you to focus on that California content. Sometimes the California content itself is just part of your reading assignments. It's a case from California, so I encourage you all to focus on that. But when it comes to California content, that additional content that you'll see on the syllabus is specifically for those who are taking the California bar exam. So, for example, on the syllabus, there are additional California cases are assigned to supplement your reading, and those cases will specifically focus on the California rules that are similar to the ABA rules that are being studied in the textbook. Okay, so again, if you're taking the DC bar exam, you don't have to worry about the additional California cases that are assigned on the syllabus, but if you are taking the California bar exam, I would strongly encourage you to read those cases. Now, the supplemental videos that you'll see each week on Blackboard focus mainly on the ABA rules and the comments to those rules. However, in some of those videos, you will see reference to some of the old California rules. Now, California over the past 3 years has completely redone the numbering system for their model rules of professional responsibility, and they are now similar to the ABA model rules. But in the videos, you'll see some reference to the old California rules. So what I have done is I have referenced the new California rules of professional responsibility that are appropriate within the context of that week's study on the class syllabus. Okay, now again, if you're not taking the California bar exam, you don't have to worry about the California rules. If you are taking the California bar exam, then I would encourage you to not only look at the ABA model rules that are being discussed and studied, but also look at the California rules as well. Now, class preparation and assignments, okay? At the beginning of each chapter of your textbook, there are discussion problems, right? So how do you know you're doing a good job going through the material, reading the textbook? How do you know you're getting the information you need out of the supplemental videos? Well, the best way to test that is to look at those discussion problems and see at the end whether you're able to answer those discussion problems using reference to the correct ABA rules and the case holdings that are in your textbook and in your reading assignments. All right. So again, those discussion problems are at the beginning of each chapter. You can read through them and then go at the end and say, can I answer these questions? If you can, then you've gotten the information you need to get from your reading assignment and, like I said, those supplemental videos. The California content is self-study. So even though the textbook will assign California cases, everybody should read those cases because they are part of your textbook reading assignment. But when it comes to the California rules of professional responsibility and those rules that are listed in the syllabus, those of you who are taking the California bar exam should look at those rules and study those rules on your own. Okay? If you're not taking the California bar exam, don't worry about those. Now, your weekly assignments. This is what you have to turn in each week at the end of the week, meaning Friday, 8:30 a.m. Korean Standard Time. Okay, so that's Friday morning. The multiple choice at the end of each chapter are your weekly assignments that you must submit to Blackboard. They and they alone, those multiple choice questions, they and they alone are your assignments that you must submit. Okay? And all you have to submit are the question number and the answer, which would be an alpha, the lettered answer that you got. That's all you have to submit to show me that you've looked at the multiple choice questions and that you've answered what you think is the correct answer for that multiple choice question. You will get full credit as long as you submit your answers, whether they're right or wrong, as long as you submit them by 8:30 a.m. On the assigned Friday, and that's Korean Standard Time. Okay? So again, I just want to make sure that this is clear. The multiple choice questions at the end of each chapter are your weekly assignments, and only the answers for those questions are what need to be submitted every Friday by 8:30 a.m. Korean Standard Time. Okay? Well, I hope that's clear. So, God bless. I hope everybody passes the NPRE on the first time, and I hope this class is helpful in preparing you for that exam. God bless.